Custom Garage. Okay, so today we're going to make the spare tire door. What I've done is measured it from the front edge to the back edge, about 24.5 inches. So the door I'm going to make it 24. I want it to be a little short so that when it tilts down it doesn't hit the front of this. So you want to give it a little space, give it some room to pivot. So I'll show you what I've done. Cut some 3/4 square tube at 24 inches. I also put a 1/4 inch hole in it. Now that's going to be for this 1/4 inch round rod to go in to give me my pivot. So I clamped two pieces together. I made sure they're exactly the same. Now what I need to do is mark the side of the spare tire area so that I can put where the round rod needs to go in. Okay, what I'm doing now is I clamped what's going to be the part of the gate, the lid, onto the inside of the frame. That's where the hole is. Now we're going to drill this hole in and make sure that it goes square and be exactly where I want it to be. I'll measure the distance from the front to that hole, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now that both sides have been drilled and the bars are in, we measured across the two bars, and I got 20.5 inches. So now what I'll do is take everything out, and I'll weld this thing up square, and put a brace across the center for support, and then we can start looking at putting the floor piece on the frame. So let's get this thing out of here now, and we'll get it set on something flat, and we'll start welding it together. Okay, I put this up on a nice board so it's flat. I measured down 1.25 inches, marked both sides, and that's where the front bar will go in. Okay, I'm going to grab my square. All I'm going to do is tack this, and we'll put it back in the car, make sure it fits before we weld it completely. and it's square. That's good. Now we're going to fit it up in the car, make sure everything fits nice, and then we'll weld it up. Okay, that fits nice. I gotta put some braces in the bottom here so that it won't fall through. So I guess we'll do that next. All I do is take these, put them at a 45 down here, and weld them in, and that'll be enough to hold the door when it comes down. Now I'm just twisting it a little bit to make sure it's square and level on here, which it is right now. Make sure it's square. Everything here looks good. These are in. Okay, now we're good. We're gonna weld this up on the edges here, get it solid. Then we'll move on to putting the floor on it. Okay, the floor is in, just laying there. As I bevel those, I'll have to bevel this the same, the opposite direction. So I'm going to take this out, I'm going to cut those and bevel them down. Okay, I've cut the angle on each side of these. Before I get to bending all this, I'm going to strip this. So we'll get this thing all cleaned up and down to bare metal. Okay, so we laid the floor in. Let me show you what I have here going on. It's low, probably, I don't know, 3/16 of an inch compared. Now, both sides were low like that. I've already fixed this side. And what I did was, let me show you. A little noisy there. Take the pins out. All right, what I'm gonna do is move that hole up as far to make it flat. I did it on this side already. What I did is I took the spur machine and I oblonged the hole straight up to the height I wanted, and then I welded the bottom of it back in, ground it flat, and have a perfect hole just a little bit higher. And I can adjust that hole up and down till whatever I need to make that thing perfectly where I want it. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I oblonged it up. Now I'm going to weld the bottom of it, and then I'll re-round it at a higher level and see where we're at. Ground the front of the weld off, then I'll make it round again with this. I'll fit the pin in, still a little tight. Now it's got a right tight fit. Now we'll test and see where we're at. that looks good. What I'll do now is I'm going to sand this, make sure it stays flat because it's got some waves in it going like this. So we're going to sand it flat, and then we're going to start welding this onto the door. Okay, what I've done here is I line this up so my ribs are perfectly in line with each other. Okay, I marked on here, here, and here where the crossbars are. So if I've done them right, this one's where it is. It should be one, like say, right across all of these here. So I'm going to mark that one. And that one. And then there's one back on this side. Now I'm going to take my drill, make a pilot hole, make sure I actually got these where I want them. That's good. That one's good. So put a bigger hole in so I can plug weld it. Okay, again we're going to check, make sure we're exactly where we want to be, and I think it looks good there. And we're going to plug weld 2 of these, that'll keep it solid, then I'm going to drill out all the rest of them. Okay, everything looks good, everything works good, nothing's hitting. We're going to do a little sanding back here once it's welded. But overall, we're in pretty good shape, so let's get it welded. Okay, so the door we welded plug welds every 4 inches or so along the whole thing, ground it down smooth, and now the door is all finished up. Okay, next thing I want to do is get this thing mounted in. Before I go drilling into this, I'm going to open this up, make sure there's nothing in there that's going to get drilled through. This is the gas tank. This is just the access cover, but we want to make sure that we're not going to drill into the gas tank, because that would not be a good thing. As you can see, the tank's there. All right, we got plenty of room underneath. Okay, it's the only part I have to worry about is right there, and there's plenty of room underneath it. That's that. So one more of those. 120 nutser. Let's see, where is it? Okay. Okay. So this is the tool. This screws on. Open it up, screw it all the way down, and it'll pull and it'll squish this inside of there. Great for sticking a nut wherever it needs to be. In this case, in this hole. And there you go. Now this goes over. This is all temporary. After I paint it and spray in the bed liner, then that'll go in after. Now here's some 1/4-20 stainless screws. What I'll probably do is just paint these black and leave them as is. I don't want to fill them with bed liners. I see that done sometimes, and that's not what I'm looking for. But that'll hold that down. I'm going to put maybe a couple on the sides here. Both sides, and we should be in good shape. just stick two in here for now, just to hold it. Okay guys, this is where we're going to call it a video. We got the floors are all done. Got the doors all done. The sides are done except for the ones I'm going to bolt on. I'm not really worried about those right now. And we got progress. So next week we'll get onto the back window and get that built. And kind of already started a little bit, but I don't want to show you that until we're into next week's video and how we did that, how we started doing it. And this car's coming along really nice. So we're gonna call this a video. Thanks for watching. New subscribers and old subscribers, thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Hit notifications. You can see when the next video is going to come out. And yeah, it's coming along good. So yep, we'll catch you on the next one.